Hey, what is up guys, Marty here back to do another video, and today I'm going to cast one game, but this game was an epic game. Absolutely epic. This game here, alright, let's just get straight into it. It's going to be on Tournament Dust Bowl, no poker edition. I do have my alt lighting on this because I just do like the warmer look of the map. Anyways, I'm going to be playing as the Black Hand. I'm going to give you all my somewhat third person commentary, but it's really actually first person. So it's a hybrid. You don't get too many videos like this, guys. Only on my channel do you see first person action with commentary on top. So I'm going to go ahead and take over my spike. Several Confessor Cabal squads to scout in the early game. I want to anti-scout my opponent because I don't know what he is just yet. If I knew he was a Nod faction, I wouldn't bother drafting as many scouts as I'm doing here. And for all of you who are new to Command & Conquer, drafting is when I sell off base defenses for infantry units. And my cat is here right now. Hopefully doesn't disturb me too much, but it probably is complaining because it's too hot, and which it is. It's like 40 degrees here at the moment. Insane. But that's why I'm going to keep my videos short. So I'm going for a flame tank in this game. You can see the Alt EMP control center in the middle of the map. I did texturize that. Was inspired by a concept art I seen on C&C3, Command & Conquer 3 2006 concept art from EA. That's where most of my ideas come from. Bro, if you rush me, I'm going to be so mad. I was actually laughing at this because I was doing exactly that. As you saw, I just powered down my refinery. I did that to speed up the production of my flame tank because I can't afford to upgrade my power plant. I know most people go for the upgrade in the power plant, and that's why no one expects this rush to be so good. Instead of upgrading power plants, I'm going for a secondary Confessor Cabal squad to go alongside my flame tank. And the reason I'm building Confessor Cabals in mass is so I can escort my flame tank. If a Seeker tries to pursue the flame tank, I'll be able to DPS that down with the Confessors. Now, Confessors in the R19 update will have slightly more range, just under 10% more range, so these are going to be even better than what you're seeing here. That's the only such change which will happen to the Confessor Cabal. So here comes the flame tank. See a Gunwalker there. I'm just going to go ahead and burn that Gunwalker down, burn it down to a crisp. The barbecue Gunwalker, who doesn't like those? I mean, I wouldn't want to try it personally, but I suppose I don't suppose screen units are edible. This is weird now. Alright, so the flame tank's coming in to his base. Got the units, just keeping them alive, and I'm actually doing something that a player called Spectre back in the day used to do. He used to go for a flame tank and not attack with it. He just made his opponent make like hundreds of units, well not hundreds, just a few units to counter it, and then he went back to base and used the War Factory repair with that flame tank to defend his base against the counterattack. I'm on 5 and 2. Senna probably also on 5 and 2, but I do have a flame tank out, and that is more deadly. It's a bigger looming threat than a couple of Seeker tanks. So that flame tank's going to go back to base for some repairs. I have a Black Hand squad and a Confessor. The Confessor will buff the Black Hand squad, give it a nice rate of fire buff. And since it's a continuous DPS weapon, the flamethrower on the Black Hand squad, that buff from the Cabal, the rate of fire buff, is basically a direct DPS increase. I'm trying to find this buzzer so I can anti-scout it. I was a little bit frustrated at this because he's going to be able to scout the flame tank. He's going to see that flame tank coming. I got 7 harvesters, one of them wasn't mining on that tier field. I've got the Black Hand and Cabal still alive in that building. He could have equipped a buzzer to his Gunwalker and cleared out that structure. What you want to do is, as Scrin, is build a Gunwalker and fuse a buzzer to your unit, but make sure that your buzzer's on hold fire stance, otherwise the buzzer will just detach from the unit and get killed. Some awesome fact that you guys may not know, and I'm actually going to bring this in a future video again. May not bring it first though now, since I'm going to give you all this idea, but the thing about fusing units to Seekers and Gunwalkers is that it allows the Seeker and Gunwalker to detect stealth units around it in a small radius, because the buzzer can detect stealth. But if you do that with a tripod, you can detect units with stealth units with the tripods with a buzzer attached. Don't need Seekers. And I got dogs barking, which is just awesome. Every animal here. Seekers, gunwalkers. I do have a bunch of bike buggy. I'm on 2 war factories at the moment. I'm building a tier 3 on 3 refineries because I'm looking to one-click him or get him on the tip field so I can use my Tiberium vein detonation. Flame tank, trying to find an opening there. I can see he's got a gravity stabilizer. I was like, what is this guy doing? He's a bit of a madman. I'm going for 2 war factory bike buggy. And here he is spamming Devastators. Granted, Devastators and tripods is a lethal combination against Black Hand. Basically unstoppable. If you're a Black Hand, you don't do any damage to your opponent. And he's going for tripods and Devastators, you're going to lose the game as Black Hand. Straight up. So I'm doing some really advanced strategy here. You can see I've decoyed up my bike buggy, while the real bike buggy army is going to his expansion. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take out a few harvesters. But he does end up phasing his harvesters here, so I was unfortunately unable to kill that one. But I see a couple more. Didn't target the one that was full of Tiberium, so I'm only going to get one singular harvester there. I did force out the phase, so I killed a harvester, forced the phase field. And I made it look more real, that decoy army, because I did split off one bike, and I put that one real bike in the front of the decoys. So it made him think that it was a real group of bikes, because the bike that died first was a real one. So that really jinxed him there. And he's going to think that I have a lot less than I currently do in the tech tree. He probably doesn't think that I'm teched up. So it's a sort of a mind game to make him go into tip field as well. Lots of bike buggy here for me. I'm trying to find a gap, but on a map like Dust Bowl, there's not much room to surprise your opponent and attack him with. Storm Rider is amazing against bike buggy. They do 25% less damage to those units. Storm Riders will finally go down. I got Tiberium Core missiles online. If you've seen my last 4K mod update, guys, you would have seen that I have a couple additions to it, which involves Tib Core. For one, the damaged Tiberium Core bikes show a damaged Tiberium Core missile module on them. SAM turrets as well have a ton of changes, including new rubble and very damaged animations for the Tib Core. Build placement cursor has been also fixed with Tiberium Core missiles enabled, and a bunch of other stuff as well. So if you guys haven't downloaded that 4K update, I really suggest you do that. Bear in mind though, most of the changes do apply only on the R18 maps. So I can see he's got a Hexpod out, or this bike buggy here. Not a very good unit composition against this army that I see of his. He's got gunwalkers, tripods, a hexapod. I'm like, uh-oh, this is terrible news for me. This is not going to cut it. So I need to go out, think outside the box, and need to throw in some curveballs in here. So I'm going to go ahead and queue a commando. And as Black Hand, commandos spawn as heroic. That's right, guys. It's not any ordinary commando. It's a heroic commando. So she's going to come out soon. $2,000 for a heroic commando straight out of the barracks. It's amazing you don't see these that often. It's a heroic unit, man. You can't underestimate the effectiveness of heroic units. I would like to see the heroic status like reduce the time it's suppressed after bombing with the C4. I think that would be a good change to be made with the heroic commandos. Anyway, I've got this Purify moving in here. I'm trying to find a gap. I've got 3 groups. My first group has the bike buggy. Second group, Purify. Third one with that commando. Commando's in the Reckoner. He will get an EVA alert telling him there's a commando, but those don't happen all that often. Once he gets the first alert, he's not going to be alerted again. But he's probably on the lookout now for a commando. Maybe he feels it's just part of my army mix. But I've got this Purify here. I've got Purifying Flame as well, because I am Black Hand. I'm going to make use of all these upgrades, all these faction-specific upgrades and advantages that I have. I didn't overspend on bike buggy, and I'm unable yet to do any damage. I'm trying to distract him while I get into his base with that Purify. Redeemer does come out for me. I'm going to get an expansion established. Devastator warship there for Senna. He's going to see the Purifier, and this is going to give me some time to get into his base with the Reckoner. And since he's already scouted the commando, he's not going to get an alert. He's not going to be able to just press spacebar and see where that commando is on the map instantly. His attention is fixated on that Purifying Flame Purifier, which is tearing up his base. Unfortunately, it did get killed. I didn't kill any refineries with that. Did expend a couple forces there, but this is going to allow my Reckoner to come into his base and tech out this technology assembler. He's going to be put down all the way to tier 1. I killed the nerve center as well. Bike there for me. Senna does spot this. He puts down a buzzer high, but in the wrong position. He's got a portal there. Kind of a waste of portal. Maybe he was just hoping I'd bomb that instead of the refinery. But I set my sights on this refinery because if I can destroy that, that's going to deny him any ichor harvesting operations on this Tiberium field, which Overlord will be most displeased with. But Kane will be pleased here. We are doing him a solid by taking out that extractor. Lots of infantry for me. I was like, what's the answer to Devastators? Oh yes, we got the rockets. That's right, we got the rockets. You just keep spamming those out. Not gonna work though. Let's be honest, that's not gonna work. So I was like, okay guys, this is bad. How am I gonna kill this army? Like I said in the beginning of this video. That's a huge army of Devastator warships, tripods, gunwalkers, hexapod. I need an epic rage generator if I'm to pull this off. An absolutely godly rage gen. The Redeemer is moving through the middle of the map. I wasn't expecting his army to locate so quickly to the top. Another commando does come out. I'm not sure if he will get another alert about a commando if I build another commando, but commando does get in there. A little bit of lag for me. My internet to this day was just absolutely dreadful, but it does recover. So I'm going to move my commando back. Tiberium taking infantry taking Tiberium exposure. That's never good. So I'm going to send my Reckoner to his base, and unfortunately this Reckoner was cut short. The tripod does intercept the Reckoner, and the commando will be able to evac out of there. And he is a heroic commando, but despite that, she is still going to die here, taking damage from 5 gunwalkers, but it gets into the building at like 5% health. That commando is still alive. Purifier coming to my base. He was able to reclaim that Purifier house. Now he is T-59, so that's why he's not getting shields in his units. I wish he had built a Prodigy, man. The commandos are amazing against those. She just has to look at that Prodigy, and it's gone. It's just wiped out. I've got this Purifier, but it looks like he was well aware of what's coming. I'm trying to get units and damage around the back of his base. He's going to hold this back. Tripod comes out of his warp sphere, which was pretty good timing for him. He's going to be able to shut down that attack down there, and unfortunately for me, I didn't kill the war factory. And the Redeemer here is just stranded in the middle of the map. He hasn't been able to get any rage gens off, and at this point in time, things were getting from bad to worse. I didn't do any damage to him at all. No economic damage in the last like 5 minutes or so. I did take out his tech. I'm not sure if he has rebuilt his tech at this point, but this team is just chilling in the middle of the map once again. I've got this commando. I was like, oh man, I can't afford to send that commando in. There's too many gunwalkers there. I can't kill the tripods. Devastator warship's going to get taken out here. I don't know what he was focusing on, but those dev ships fall, and that's great for me. There's just now a hexapod and a couple of gunwalkers there for anti-infantry. The rage gen does go off on that Redeemer. Commando moving into his base. A bunch of gunwalkers there as well. Corruptors being destroyed. 3-4 tripods in the back, still melting my base away. That MCV is in peril. A commando there as well. Gunwalkers going in to respond. That's more than enough gunwalkers for him to kill this infantry. The Redeemer trying to defend this base off. I kill his drone platform. He doesn't have a build queue now, and with the gravity stabilizer gone, he won't be able to queue another drone platform. 3 Storm Riders coming out for Senna. He's trying to queue buzzes. He's desperately trying to kill this commando. And this Redeemer is taking so much damage from those tripods there. Commando, I see his eco. He's got 2 refineries. I need to destroy those real quick. Redeemer taking huge damage. There's 5 tripods now against that Redeemer. He has no chance of escaping. The Redeemer will fall. And I had to reset my recording, but yeah, let's get back into this. The Commando will take out the other refinery here. A bunch of infantry left for me. Reinforcements coming in for Senna. A powered down refinery there. I'm trying to get income. The Commando still lives. Destroyed his entire expansion. And I just have this left over. I'm trying to get these harvesters docking in the refinery so I can queue more anti-infantry. I need anti-infantry desperately. He still has production. So despite what it looks like, it's definitely not over just yet. There's a hexapod even as well. A bunch of units for Senna. I've got a lot of infantry there, but he's still got tripods, he's still got gunwalkers, he's still got a hexapod. So I'm going to require a miracle here for this to happen. Tripods moving in through the back. They're going to get taken out though by the infantry. Purifying Flame as well, going to help it when the tripods are closing in dealing with those buzzers as well for Senna. They're moving in. Gunwalkers in the back there. There's a Purifier. The infantry need to spread those out just so they don't get crushed by the tripods that are trying to crush them. Storm Riders moving in as well, just as basically cannon fodder. I see a bunch of husks, but it's really difficult to harvest here because there's a hexapod that's going to interrupt my harvesting, and I can't. I need money, man, to get these husks. One harvester is docking in that ref, which is exactly what I need. He should have sent those gunwalkers in to stop the husks from being reclaimed. The commando is still alive on the right hand side of the map. As you can see, the fog of war is receding there. I'm trying to reclaim those harvesters. Docking. There's a hexpod interrupting this though. Commando's moving in. I see his base. He's got nothing left there because she killed the base earlier. As you remember, the tier 3, the tier 2, the refinery all went down before. There's 3 heroic rockets there for me, all getting buffed by that Cabal squad, which is pretty insane. Not often do you see that, and now the tripods are moving in for the close range EMP. There's 2 structures there for Senna, and I wasn't able to EMP that hexpod for some reason, even though I tried to. But it finally does get EMP'd, and I killed the last remaining building of Senna, and I was actually amazed at what this game was. Just absolutely crazy. The first person view of this game was insane. But yeah, guys, that was a crazy game. Lots of strategies, lots of unit tactics. I made good use of Black Hand there. I think that was a really good example of Black Hand play. Now, I was behind economically that game. I did require for Senna to... I needed the stars to align in that game, is what I'm saying. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that game, guys. Not often do I have games like that. And I hope you all enjoyed this commentary as well. If you did, then don't forget to give me a like, guys. I would really do appreciate that. Would also tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video more on YouTube. Anyways, and to make this game more popular. So, once again, hope you all enjoyed it. And this is going to be me, Master Leaf. Peace out.